Of the many pastimes people can partake in, few are as noble as volunteer work. One of my best friends, Noah, is a volunteer firefighter back in our hometown. I went home to Piermont to meet up with him and ask some questions about his work. Right, so you don't have to do it at the same time as I go. So then what we do is, you clap. Ready? How can someone get started as a volunteer firefighter? And is it difficult to become a volunteer?
It's actually pretty easy. So to become one, mostly what you have to do, you can go to any volunteer firefighter firehouse around here. You can either just come on like Monday nights for drill and talk to one of the chiefs and be like, hey, I'm looking to join. They'll give you an application, fill that out, and then they'll let you know when to come back to get some more things squared away. There's also applications online as well. Like my firehouse on our website, we have a online application you can fill out too.
What drew you to becoming a volunteer firefighter? Why did you become a volunteer firefighter?
My brother was already one, so it kind of was just like, well, my brother's here. My parents are all forms of first responders. My dad's a cop, worked in an ambulance corps for several years. My mom's a nurse. It kind of just seemed like the natural thing to do.
What's something that you'd like people to know about being a volunteer firefighter?
It's nothing like it is on TV. It's a lot of just hecticness on scene sometimes. Like if we have actual bad structure fires, it's usually kind of hectic. And most of the time, it's just simple, like, automatic alarms where a smoke detector got set off for some random reason. We go check it out. It's usually just nothing.
What's the best part about being a volunteer firefighter?
In my opinion, this is kind of, or at least for me, my favorite thing is forcing doors. It's just really fun. It's my favorite thing to do in training. Basically, if we need to get into a house and there's nobody there to unlock the door for us, or if it's not unlocked, we take a hook and a Halligan, and we can basically use them to pry the door open. It's really fun.
How does being a volunteer firefighter impact the other aspects of your life, like school, sleep, and family? Or social obligations?
Well, so for sleep, this thing goes off all the time because we have an ambulance as well. So since I don't drive unless I need to cover someone, it usually just wakes me up in the middle of the night because this is very loud. Or when it beeps. So, yeah, sleep schedule, not too great. School, it's kind of just what it is. Like, I'm not making the truck from over in Suffern. So, and for social stuff, I just like, if I need to leave, if it's something important, I'll just run out and go.
How does being a volunteer firefighter make you feel?
It's a hard one. Because, like, I'm still kind of in training, so I don't know, like, I've only been actually in for, like, 2 years, and that's all still me being in training. So there's a lot of times where we do stuff, and I'm just like, oh, boy. Like, we had a drill the other night where we were practicing searching buildings. We're in a smoky condition, so you can't see. So it was a lot of just bumping my head on things or getting my tool stuck on pallets.
What's something you wish you knew before you became a volunteer firefighter?
That it's hard work sometimes. Like, a lot harder than you think. Like, sometimes it looks like, you just go walk around in a building like how they show it on TV, but in reality, most of the time you're on your hands and knees crawling.
Do you think you'll ever stop being a firefighter?
Can't really think of a reason why I would, at least as of now. Like, maybe if I move away, probably.
What's the least fun part of the job?
Packing hose. That's it. That was a really easy answer. Packing hose, it sucks. If we use the hose during drill, we gotta put it back on top of the truck nice and neatly. It's not fun.
Packing hose? I thought you meant like hose.
No. Like fire hose.
Okay. Does the responsibility of being a firefighter ever stress you out?
Sometimes, but more in the sense of we don't, at least in Piermont, we don't ever have like real bad structure fires ever. Whenever we do have those calls, we're going somewhere else to help them. it's just in situations like that, I don't know how that would go. That's something I'm gonna find out when it happens. It's kind of just fun sometimes, like, when you're just out and about, if you're wearing a fire department shirt, sometimes people come up to you and stuff. Like, I was rock climbing a couple weeks ago, and I was wearing my fire department shirt, and I heard one of the guys below telling his son, saying, "Oh, that guy's a firefighter. He rock climbs, so you gotta keep himself in good condition." It was just nice to hear.
Despite knowing Noah for many years and being one of my closest friends, I've never taken the time to ask him about his experiences as a volunteer firefighter. This interview helped me and hopefully helped you learn more about what it's like to be a volunteer firefighter.